This is the slipway that the boat is launched down. When we were responding to an incident, clearly this isn't the time to start to build a team. When HM Coast Guard are made aware of an incident, maybe through a Mayday call or a 999 call, then they will contact our launching authority. Then the cruise pages like this one are activated, and then all the crew that are available at the time will make their way to the boathouse, and that's the start of the launching the boat sequence, which usually takes 10 minutes or less. So the challenge in getting the boat to sea within 10 minutes are largely around the mix of skills and experience that are available at that time. The coxswain doesn't know who's going to be available, and one of his roles and responsibilities is to pick the best team that he possibly can with what he knows about the incident. Of course, the real preparation has taken place in the months and years before that, and that's all preparation for when the demand, the reactive side of it kicks in, and we do have to respond to an incident, and then everybody understands the particular skills and experience of the people that can turn up and respond. We have around about 30 people responding on pages. They have a variety of skills, a variety of experiences. So the chances are, when we respond to any particular incident, that the actual combination of people going on the boat is unique. We would never take people that we are completely unfamiliar with to sea, but it is quite possible that we will have never worked with those people in that configuration before. So whilst we know the people, the team is quite possibly unique, and the preparation is paramount to understanding how those people perform in those roles at that given time. When we talk about roles on a boat like this, initially at any case, the roles are very explicit. The person with the throttle sat there is obviously helming the boat. The mechanic sits here and he has access to things like fire controls and bilge controls. The navigator sits here, so they're very physical indicators of who's playing which role. There is a formal training structure for operational crew. Crew have roles that we call plans, and within those roles each member of the crew has formal units to learn, train and be assessed on. So that's sort of the, if you like, the complicated side of training. The situations we launch into are the very definition of VUCA, VUCA incidents, volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous, and quite often we need to change those roles dynamically when we're responding to a situation. For example, somebody on the crew may need to get on board a casualty vessel, and the role they were playing then has to be taken over by somebody else. The systems on this boat allow us to swap and change those roles, but initially the roles are explicitly allocated, but they very often dynamically change. So this is the SMEAC briefing form that we use prior to launching. The briefing itself is very short but follows a particular format, and part of that format is to allocate roles to individuals, so it's very clear what role you're playing as we step onto the boat. That briefing would usually take around about a minute, maybe 2 minutes maximum. The role of coxswain, or the role of the coxswain in developing the team, again, is generally fulfilled before we're responding to a specific incident. So when we're training, the coxswain will be part of that training. He'll be learning new skills as well. He'll be developing his own leadership style, and we'll be getting as comfortable as we can working alongside and with him. So in that respect, he has no specific explicit responsibility to train the crew. That's a team responsibility and a team dynamic. On the other hand, it is very much the responsibility of the coxswain to choose the crew when we do respond to an incident. So as well as developing his own skills and style and experience, he's also very much observing how different people within the crew work with each other or against each other, or how they work in particular roles, how far they push the boundaries of that role, and how overlaps might work or might not work in given circumstances, so that the coxswain then has a much more informed view of the available skills that he has when the pages are pinging and people are turning up at the boathouse. In my experience, corporations don't prepare for unexpected events, or the long tail black swan events. The response is literally to throw people that perhaps don't know each other into a room, shut the door, order some pizza and hope for the best. The institution that I work with is much more prepared for that. And that's fairly obvious because that's what the organisation exists for. So it's not surprising that it does practice very hard for that situation. Organisations should do too. When we launch to an incident, that's the time when the team gets to display those skills in a manner that keeps the crew safe and in a manner that we hope and have great confidence can bring some help to those who need it at sea.